Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 5 of Alternate Roots Week at the Daily Antidote of Song. Welcome to everyone on Facebook Live and welcome to everyone here in the room. It's so good to see everyone. We have a wonderful guest who's been on Daily Antidote recently, but I had to have her as well because she's an Alternate Roots member, and I will tell you more about her shortly. But let's just say hello to everyone here in the room. And I thought today that I would sing a healing rhythm, which is the rhythm of the waltz. The waltz is the 3/4 time is something that gets our body synchronized because it's the tempo of the heartbeat. So, hello everyone. Good morning to you. It's so good to see Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Julie and Susan in Ohio, Deli and Mabel in Massachusetts with her bear, Becky, Carol in Connecticut, Sherry in New Hampshire, Sheila, Phil in Devon, and Ann in Nashville, Luda in Victoria, Gary in Solution Finders, and Deborah in Silver Spring. Hello, Sarah in Texas, Christiana and Bob and Kathy in upstate New York, Barb in Virginia, Bonnie in Boise, Hoda, it's so good to see your dome, so beautiful to see you. And Carol and Ann in Blacksburg, Roots members that I love to see. And Carolyn in Idaho and Kathleen in Albuquerque. And Karen and Hoda and Carolyn's phone. And Alan and Tony and Tom and Arlene and Jane and Susan in North Carolina and Joni, just more and more people are coming in, and it's so good to see all of you. Welcome to day 5 of Alternate Roots at the Daily Antidote of Song. Alternate Roots is a coalition of artists based in the Southeast, but not limited to Southeast artists. Artists who meet at the intersection of arts and activism. And we've had a wonderful week so far. Today, I'm excited to meet a newer member of Alternate Roots, someone that I met at the annual Roots Gathering. Carlton and Maurice were mentioning yesterday. Those of us that have been in Roots for many years, every second week of August, we don't accept any other plans because we gather together in nature. The last years, we've been in the mountains of North Carolina, and we share new work. We get feedback from each other, and we get to meet and collaborate and work on arts and activism, how that translates into our daily lives. So today we have the fabulous Lydia Violet Harutoonian coming in from San Francisco, Berkeley, California. And she will share her song with you, and then we'll have a little bit of conversation about that as well. So welcome, Lydia. So good to see you.
Hi. Hi, everyone, again. It's good to see you again. Should I share the story of the song and then teach it?
Please do.
This is a song that I wrote last year. I grew up in New Jersey, born and raised in the States to Iranian parents, and have learned to recognize the uncomfortable diasporic experience of feeling very close to Persian culture and very far away from it at the same time, which I know a lot of people with ancestries outside of Native American and even Native American in the States can connect with because we're in the diaspora. So last year, when Iran and the US had another round in January of super intense political relationship where the US killed a general and we didn't know, and people were talking about, are we going to go to war? My nervous system just gets hijacked when that happens because you have the people of my ancestry versus the people of where I live now, and it's just a big mess inside of me. And so I got hijacked by it, and I was in bed, and I was crying and trying to process things. And I realized that I wanted to sing, but I wanted to not sing alone. So I specifically wrote this song to sing with people. And my two very good musician friends came over, and they sang it around me, and we sang it together. So that's the story of this song. And you'll see that there's lyrics in English, and it's the exact same words in Farsi. So I'm going to teach you that line in Farsi. So the words are, courage, my love, you are not alone. That's all it is. So in Farsi, Shojaw is courage. Shojaw basht means have courage. Azizam is my dear, my love. Tanhaa is alone. Neestee, you're not. Tanhaa neestee, you're not alone. And I had to go to my dad and be like, Dad, I want to sing in Farsi. And, you know, it's a process, but we doing it. So, so repeat after me. Shojaw basht. Shojaw basht. Azizam. And azizam is like, you say it like tenderly, right? You're like, my dear azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. You're not alone. Shojaw basht. Take courage, azizam, my love. Tanhaa neestee. You're not alone. So now I'll say the whole phrase. Shojaw basht azizam tanhaa neestee. Try that. Shojaw basht azizam tanhaa neestee. So now you know how to say, courage, my love, you are not alone in Farsi. I mean, what a good first phrase to learn, right? So the melody of it, I'll sing the whole melody in English, so you just worry about the melody at first. And there's something that feels rebellious to me about singing in Farsi and playing banjo, and I love it. Because I have to tell you, when I first went to the South, I was like, man, there's so many similarities actually between Southern culture and Persian culture. And it's such a robbery that politically the countries have been pitted against each other. Because where hospitality lives in the South, it's so, right? Like Persian culture is so hospitality based. And there's this spirit of generosity when you really get into the heart of the culture that they share, you know? And listen to this. This sounds like the Persian setar, the 4-string instrument. If I just go, if I just play it in that scale. So anyway, it's a whole thing. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone, not alone. Oh, not alone. So I'll teach it to you line by line. And Farsi, Farsi, is the same as Persian, language-wise. So first line, courage, my love, you are not alone. Try that. Courage, my love, you are not alone. One more time. Courage, my love, you are not alone. So that's the first line. Then it goes, courage, my love, you are not alone. Try that. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Try the first two lines. Courage, my love, You are not alone. Courage, my love. You are not alone. And then it goes. Courage, my love. That's like, like when you repeat something in a song, there's a reason you repeat it, right? So why are you saying it again? Courage, my love. Try that. Courage, my love. You are not alone. You are not alone. And then it goes right into the last line, which is not alone. I couldn't go, not alone. No, really, this is painful. So as painful as it is, I'm going to sing for communion just as strong, even stronger. Not alone, not alone, not alone, not alone. Like the own is all the ways you wanted to reach for people in the pandemic, right? It's like, not alone. No, I'm really serious about it. Oh, can we try the whole thing? And then I'll do without the banjo and then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Courage, my love. You are not alone. Courage, my love. You are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone, not alone, not alone. Really, you could just sing whatever you want as long as you feel it. I don't care. So now in Farsi, it's the Shojaw, basht, azizam. Tanhaa neestee, Shojaw, basht, azizam. Tanhaa neestee, Shojaw, basht, azizam. Tanhaa neestee, Tanhaa neestee, Tanhaa neestee. One more time in Farsi. Shojaw, basht, azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw, basht, azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw, basht, azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Okay, we'll sing it now. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone, not alone, not alone. Again in English. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone, not alone, Farsi. Shojaw basht azizam, Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam, Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam, Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam, Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam, Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam, Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. English. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone, not alone. Oh, not alone. One more time. If you feel like unmuting, go for it. I don't care if it sounds crazy. The point of this song is to not feel alone. So just follow me. You're following my voice. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone.
Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone.
It's my love.
Courage, my love, you are
Huda,
not
Salam,
alone.
Huda.
Beautiful. Fun.
Thank you so much, Lydia. I see like the words is like, yes, we're speaking to each other, but we're also speaking to ourselves, right? Courage, my love, that self-love. Yeah, Hoda says that she knows the word azizam and she's from Egypt. And so we were talking earlier before we came on about the diaspora experience here. So, do you want to talk a little bit about what you've been discovering and the journey you've been on, with
Sure.
maybe for singing the bones and the work that you're doing with that?
Yeah. So I think for me, because it was such a powerful experience to even realize that I could reclaim my cultural heritage and learn it still if I was just courageous and tenacious. And to understand that because there's genocide in my family, that it's also a very serious political act for me to find out whatever I can. Like on my Armenian side, I don't have names beyond my grandparents. I have one great grandparent's name. I don't know their names, but they were there. And even though I don't know the names of my majority of my ancestors, which is also very related to the Black experience in America and the Indigenous experience in America, because there was such serious genocide and because destroying the records is part of genocide, that learning what I could, so as much about these two generations as I could, both Iran and Armenia. And then what I kind of realized is because I love culture and music, and because I believe that culture is an expression of psyche, that if I learned the culture going back, I could connect to the psyches of my ancestors, even if I didn't know their names. So maybe if I learned the songs and the foods and the dances, I could still connect with them psychologically. So that was such a powerful experience for me that I started this class called Singing the Bones, because the majority of Americans are in the diaspora. The majority of Americans are displaced, either by choice or by force. And a lot of white folks don't know that they are also diasporic, because we often think of just BIPOC folks as diasporic, but it's anyone who doesn't live where the majority of their ancestors lived. And white supremacy is dependent upon that severance. So I started this course, Singing the Bones, where I support students, and I teach it with Leah Song from Rising Appalachia, who is a Roots member as well, where we, for 6 weeks, support students in learning. Oh my God, that's never happened.
What
You
happened?
guys, literally a hawk just came in front of my window like this.
In Berkeley, California?
Like, whoa, hold on. I have to process this experience. The window right in front of my desk, it came right into the middle of it like this, and then it flew away. Whoa. Okay. I think that was definitely ancestral. Holy sh! I'm gonna not curse online. Um, so we support students in studying myths, folk tales, and about the music traditions from one of their ancestries. We teach it every 3 months. It's at School for the Great Turning.
Janet is saying that the hawk speaks of courage and telling you that you are not alone, telling us that we are not alone. Janet is part of the group of women here in Atlanta that sing together that Leah and Chloe were
Oh yeah, the divas.
started. Yeah, so um, thank you, Janet. And hawks are such a strong totem, says Sherry. Thank you for sharing that with us. I almost feel like I saw it, like you.
It was like this.
Yeah.
Never in my life have I ever seen a hawk come to a window. They don't come like that.
Can
They
everybody
stay in
just,
the sky or on a tree.
can we just do this?
It was just like this in the middle of the window. I saw it coming towards. You saw me stop, and I went. And it came to the window, went like this, and then it flew away. Just hold on 1 second. So healing in the diaspora, you can see, is freaking powerful. And even if we don't have the names, some folks do and some folks do not. And I think it's important for folks who do not to still have their birthright, to be able to have support in researching and finding out cultural artifacts, whether they're just from within the states a generation ago, or, to try from before. Not everyone's willing to do the spit test, but they you can find out a lot more now. But anyway, so
Joe put in the chat that a hawk is a wonderful symbol of freedom and flight. The meaning of seeing a hawk symbolizes a creative being. Encountering a hawk means you should let your creative spirit flow. It can be through music or poetry or other creative talents. Doesn't that sound perfect? Wider perspective and keen vision. There's a site called World Birds that Joe shared. Yeah. Wow. See, this is what Daily Antidote attracts. All of us seriously, all of us coming together here. And I think this combination of alternate roots with Daily Antidote, you talked about the hospitality and the generosity that is in Southern culture here in the States, and how that is. I think it's something I've really thought about a lot living here. I moved here when I was a teenager, when I was 13, which was really hard, being in middle school. But when I go to New York City, I like say hi to people in the street and on the subway, and people
Yeah.
respond. I don't think it's like, oh, you have to be, actually can bring that hospitality and generosity to places maybe that aren't necessarily open to that culturally, but love it when it's presented to them. So I think your idea of coming with an open heart and that hospitality, the idea of hospitality and generosity, if we bring it, it also can be a reciprocal relationship.
Yeah. I mean, it's, like, I think there's such a level of discernment that people have had to use walking around for so long, just because you never knew if the person you say hi to is someone who's going to love you or be prejudiced against you. And I think that unfortunately that has combined with then the hyper individualistic like phone culture, and it gets really confusing now. Um, but but I try, like you're saying, Elise, and I have a certain amount of privilege because of how I look and everything, but I definitely try and show up to anyone who I have that intuition like this is okay, as like, hi, I'm a friendly person, because so much of the world can feel so intense. And I do really appreciate that. Like when I walk around New Orleans, whenever I'm walking around, if folks are like working in the yard or whatever, or sitting on the front porch, it's always like, hey, how you doing? And I'm just like, God, it's such a gift to be like, hi, I'm a friendly person. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
When so you and I actually met through Leah and Chloe through Rising Appalachia, through the song that
Yeah.
originally came from the Georgia Sea Islands, and I adapted to a version that I've done a million times with school kid, with every single kind of audience, with sign language. And then Leah and Chloe learned it and used one verse of it and the chorus to introduce their song Wider Circles. And then you only heard them do it, and
Yes.
so you use it to introduce one of your Persian songs. But when you and I met at Alternate Roots, it was so lovely through the music. I was wondering also, because you are a newer Roots member, if you could talk a little bit about like what Alternate Roots is like for you, and how it supports you, or what more you want to be involved with in that way.
With alternate roots.
Yeah, because the guests we've had on
Yeah.
so far are long,
I
long, long
mean,
time Roots members.
when I came to alternate roots, one of the things that I appreciated about it was that it wasn't majority European descent folks. And it was really refreshing to be in that space. But even within that, I think there was only like 3 people of Middle Eastern descent. And so I hope to be able to help to both learn, because there's so much about revolutionary Southern community and culture that I think connects especially the South and the West Coast, which has been, unfortunately, I think there's both conceptions and real experiences of each other that feed a division when the when the there's so when there's so much connection to be had between those 2 parts of the country, and I'm on the West Coast, so I think there's 2 parts. One is to be able to bring in more of the Middle Eastern American diaspora, and for me, I connect blues, gospel, and Persian music. So obviously there's like a connection there for me musically, that I like pilgrimage to the South for healing music, because for me a lot of what I resonate with comes from there. And then yeah, to learn to help bring more healing. And I do these workshops from this woman Joanna Macy, and I try and do as many of them as I can in the South of the United States to keep help bridging understanding between the West Coast and the South. Yeah, because I learn so much, and I also feel that I get to offer so much because I am one of the only Middle Eastern American folks. So it feels really potent and really good to be there.
That
Yeah.
has a beautiful hope for the future of alternate roots and the bridging, more bridging of cultures. I was wondering if we could, if you have anything else you want to add before we do the last song, do the song again so we can go all out singing it. And we want to send a special hello and congratulations to Bob with the bear, because his birthday is this week. So
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes. So anyone that has a birthday this year, that's for you.
This year. I'm putting my email in the chat so that in case anyone has questions, you can email me. And the song is called Singing the Bones, and I think it just feels good to return to the hawk, and that we were talking about, yes, I was talking about my experience, but I was also talking about your ancestors too. I don't think that hawk visit was just for me. I think it came when I was with all of you. So maybe there's a knock on the door that has happened this morning, or a knock on the window. And just to know that we do have access to research. We do have access to elements of reconnection, and it is my experience that we need them in order to balance the pain of disconnection. So yeah, that the cultural artifacts can help balance that. And so that we have something to stand on within ourselves that's not just the pain of the history, but is also that every culture had a cosmology, a spiritual vision, elements of dance and food and stories and all of these kinds of things, and hardship and oppression, and maybe we're oppressors themselves and everything. And the same cultures, that's what's so complex, is also have the wisdom keepers. And so let's uplift that so we can deconstruct this white supremacy and get back to the business of making beauty together.
Let's make some beauty with your beautiful song. Thank you so much, Lydia.
Yeah.
What an amazing morning.
Here we go. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone, not alone. Oh, not alone. Courage. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone, not alone. Oh, Shojaw. Shojaw basht azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw. Shojaw basht azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Shojaw basht azizam. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Tanhaa neestee. Courage. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Unmute if you want. Courage, my love, you are not alone. Courage, my love, you are not alone.
Courage, my love. Courage, my love. You are not alone. Courage, my love. You are not alone.
You are not alone. Courage, my love. You are not alone.
Not alone.
You are not alone.
Courage,
Oh my God.
love.
You are not alone.
Breathe that in. Thank you so much, Lydia. Thank you, Hawk.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Ella, for being our tech person, and Joe for hosting us always. Thank you, all of you, for being present, like really, really present here today. May we take this, and you are going to be able to hear this song as many times as you want if you go on live. So, you can learn it again, share it. We do have a question from Mabel for you. She says her
Yeah.
new name is from Iran, and would it be offensive to use azizam to someone I don't know that well?
I think you can say azizam. I think if you say, yeah, like Persian culture are very loving with each other, especially when we first meet each other. Like, so I think it's from what now I'm in the diaspora, but from what I've experienced, it's very, and I would guess if there aren't a lot of other Persians around, that they actually feel jolted by when that doesn't happen. So I think whether you say azizam as or not, if you're just really loving in your first interactions with them, I think you can say it or not, but that's what they're used to, is like, hi.
What would be a good greeting?
I'm still learning, but like salam azizam is like hello, my dear. And then how do you say nice to meet you? You say, oh, how do you say it? I learned it. I have to look it up. I don't know. You tell me.
Okay,
You ask them and you tell me. I forget.
All right, everyone, homework. Homework is greetings, and also how do you say thank you?
Merci. It's like French.
Okay. All right, so important today. We have all learned a little bit of Persian, very important. to take that. Use it. Remember, you have to use it. What is it? Use it 7 times to make it your own or something like that. Yeah. So thank you so much, Lydia. It's been an amazing, magical morning. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks everybody.
I'm gonna say our
Aw. Thank you
goodbyes.
for your tears and your heart and your, I feel it, man. Aw, Thomasina, I feel you. I see
Lydia, do you
you.
want to sing the goodbyes?
Me?
Yeah, do you want to sing like all the
I
goodbyes?
sing everyone's name?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Okay. It was good to see you, Ella and Elise, Amanda and Miles, Susan, Becky, Mabel with your bears, Janet, Thomasina, I see you, Susan, Luda, and Carolyn, Sherry, and Susan and Carol and Deli, and Susan G. and oh boy, it's changing around. Julie and Sheila and Arlene. What's up, Christiana and Bob? I'll see you later, Phil and Ann in Nashville, and Sarah Page and Deborah Thornton, Gary Pausner, Kathy S., Bonnie Boise, Kathleen, and Cricket. Oh, Cricket, that's such a groovy name. Jamie and Hoda, oh Hoda, your smile, I will remember it with me all day today. And Ann and Alan, Jane G and Jojo, Suzanne and Storm, and Aloysius and Alan and Tom and Victoria, and and the next person is Katrina. Thank you everyone for being here today. I so appreciate you, and I will see you later. Maybe another time I'll come and I'll visit this place, and I love you.
I love you too. I love you. Thank you. That might be a guest singing the goodbyes. Yay. Thank you, everyone. Janet Shepard did a little, she's our researcher, and she says, As molagate shomakosh. Can you see it in the thing? Sounds
از
formal.
مول شما از مول شما I think it is formal.
And then the friendly.
دیدانت I don't know that خوشحالم. That it doesn't sound like Farsi to me.
Okay, we need research. Everyone who knows
It's
Persian.
like خوشحال شدم. Oh, there it is. It's خوشحال شدم is nice to meet you. I think. خوشحال شدم. That's what I've heard my family say. خوشحال شدم. But I don't know. There's 3 different levels of formality in Farsi, but you don't really have to worry about it too much, I think. But yeah. Anyway.
All right. Thanks, everyone. So long. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you again. Goodbye, Facebook Live. Goodbye, everyone in live room.